my back, you laughing.
Mixin', fixin' for another big game. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see running back Joe Mixon coming off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss,
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And Dalton to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, Kaiser. Open man is Ross, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Kaiser to throw it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. The numbers for Green a week ago: 5 catches, 54 yards. To throw is Kaiser. He finds his running back, Mixon.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 3rd down, Kaiser. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go play action here on 1st down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That's complete. Bernard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll throw here. Kaiser looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Draw play. Elliott. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Dalton sets up play action. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with it.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Dalton got his man there, complete to Gallup. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And that's Elliott, complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. To throw here, Dalton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Come on, fellas.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Kaiser. Got a man open. It's Ross. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Kaiser now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Kaiser. Gets it to his running back, Bernard.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go.
Final play of the half. Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end?
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Bernard. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Big stop, let's go. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And Eifert has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Again, here's Bernard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Back. 55. Yeah.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He completes it to Boyd. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Kaiser on the screen. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Kaiser. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short. Kaiser, he was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Kaiser. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Kaiser, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On play action, Kaiser. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. Kaiser going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Kaiser. That escapes the sack. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
3rd and long for Kaiser. Christian Covington picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Fighting his way through contact. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. looking to throw again on second down. Kaiser, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On third down, Kaiser. He gets this one to Boyd. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they're throwing here. Kaiser. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. This to Jarwin. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 10. A little over a minute to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies him to get set. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Dalton wants to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Dalton. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd.
Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed to emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious.